Open source intelligence, known in the profession as OSINT, is the systematic collection and analysis of information from publicly available sources. In skip tracing and investigation, OSINT is one of the most powerful tools in the investigator's toolkit, and most people barely scratch the surface of what's possible. Let's break down what OSINT actually means in a professional investigation context and how it's used at people locator skip tracing. When most people think of finding someone online, they think of Google searches and social media. That's the tip of the iceberg. Professional OSINT methodology covers a much broader universe of publicly accessible data. Court records are one of the richest OSINT sources available. Every lawsuit, criminal case, bankruptcy filing, traffic ticket, and domestic relations case creates a public record. These records contain verified identifying information, full legal name, date of birth, current and historical addresses, employer information, and sometimes social security numbers and financial details. A subject who has been involved in litigation anywhere in the country has left a detailed paper trail. Property records are another goldmine. Every recorded deed, mortgage, lien, and property tax assessment is public record in virtually every U.S. county. If your subject owns property or recently sold it, that transaction is documented with their current mailing address, the transaction date, the amount, and often their contact information. Business registration records reveal ownership of LLCs, corporations, and other entities across all 50 states. If your judgment debtor is hiding income through a business entity, the registered agent filings, annual reports, and beneficial ownership records often tell a very different story than what they're presenting in court. Professional licensing databases are consistently underutilized. Doctors, lawyers, contractors, real estate agents, insurance agents, nurses, teachers, virtually every licensed professional has a public record in their state's licensing database that includes their current address and contact information. These records are updated regularly because licensees are required to maintain current information. Voter registration records, available in most states, contain verified current addresses tied to a specific identity, including date of birth, and in many states, a phone number. Social media OSINT requires methodology that goes beyond just looking someone up by name. Variations of names, maiden names, nicknames, account cross-referencing, geolocation metadata in photos, tagged locations, employer check-ins, and related account networks all provide investigative leads that a direct name search would miss entirely. Aviation records through the FAA aircraft registry are public. If your high net worth debtor owns an aircraft, it's registered to an address and an entity. The same is true of vessel registrations through the U.S. Coast Guard and state databases. SEC filings, 10-Ks, proxy statements, 8-Ks contain detailed information about corporate officers and directors, including compensation data that can establish income for garnishment purposes. The key distinction between amateur and professional OSINT work is systematic methodology. It's not just knowing where to look, it's knowing how to connect dots across multiple sources, how to distinguish current information from stale, and how to build a comprehensive picture rather than stopping at the first result you find. At People Locator Skip Tracing, OSINT is one layer in a multi-source investigation approach that also includes premium commercial databases, direct record retrieval, and decades of investigative experience. Visit peoplelocatorskiptracing.com to learn how our investigation services can help you find the people and assets you're looking for.